if I could just squeeze anybody going to start a coaching business and tell them these things, I would absolutely do it and it wouldn't be weird. Number 1, have boundaries from the beginning with clients, and I mean boundaries with work. With clients, you have to realize like they're paying you good money to get a certain result, to have certain access to you. It's called close proximity for a reason. They want to have access to you, but it cannot be unlimited access because you are not going to be able to be your best self. You're not going to be the best coach ever if you constantly have people pulling from your energy. And the hardest part to realize here is it's not their fault, it's your fault. If they are taking too much from your energy, it's because you didn't set the boundaries in place first. What boundaries that is like your working hours, where to contact you about coaching stuff. So for example, I don't do client work on Tuesdays. My clients know that. So they know that if they ask me something on like Monday evening, they're not going to get a response about that thing until Wednesday. And that is just the understanding. So nobody's disappointed. Secondly, with like where to contact, if our coaching relationship is inside Telegram or Voxer, whatever your chosen platform is, let it stay within that platform. If they start messaging you on Instagram because you haven't yet replied on Voxer, it's gonna start feeling like, oh, they're really like waiting for me to reply, and like I wasn't gonna get around to it for another 30 to 60 minutes, and that should be okay. It's also a good idea to let them know how long they can expect to wait between replies and just tell them like, look, it's not going to be any more than this amount of time. If it is more than that amount of time, or if you think I missed a message from you or something, then you can bump it up and that's totally fine. But it's really just having that open communication about what is and isn't okay, but obviously communicating that in a very grounded way. I had a nightmare client a couple of years ago. Yes, I could have set some boundaries in place first and I didn't realize that I needed to do that. But also this person really took as much as they possibly could from me. They were calling me all hours of the day. This person also asked me to change my profile picture on WhatsApp because there was some cleavage in it and it made them uncomfortable. And yes, this was a man. And I did. Oh, I so would not do that now. I would stand my ground, keep my boobs out. But like, no, my boobs weren't out. But like, you know what I mean? It was just a little bit... Anyway, set your damn boundaries. And when I say boundaries with work, what are your working hours? Okay, great. Work those hours. If you are telling yourself, I am not doing a touch of work after 5 p.m., don't do a touch of work after 5 p.m. Unless you're really in the flow and you're like, I'm having so much fun here, I would stop working and just be dreaming about having the ability to work right now. That's a different situation. But if you're trying to push through to maybe get another thing done, you're gonna feel that resentment towards your work. It shouldn't feel like a have to. It should feel like a want to. I wish I knew that before I started my coaching business. We can't just be work machines. There has to be some kind of balance around the work life and everything. Are you getting some fresh air? Are you touching some grass? Are you looking at other humans and interacting with these other humans? Because it's very easy to just sit around, look at yourself in the mirror and be like, I haven't spoken to another human in 3 days. I haven't left the house since Saturday. And it's Thursday. Magic comes from a life that is full. And if you have a coaching business, there's an element of creativity that needs to be in there. Creativity doesn't come from being glued to your laptop, your ass glued to your seat at your desk. It just doesn't. A big part of having a full life, this might seem a bit random, but it's regular exercise. And don't skip it. If you skip exercise once to get more work done, that becomes a habit. And then it just becomes your norm. You have to work that into your day somewhere. You are the boss of your own hours. If your gym time or workout time is like 10 a.m. to 11 a.m., so be it. Don't have clients contact you within those hours. That's completely up to you. That's the beauty of having your own business. You get to choose whatever hours suit you. I like going to the gym when it's completely dead. It is around 10, 11 a.m. I'm not going at 6 p.m. when I'm finished work, when everybody else is in the gym and I have to queue for machines. Hell no. I'm going to go when there's like 5 people in there. But not just exercise. Spending time with family, spending time with friends, dating, having hobbies. Are you doing a pole dancing class? Do you have a dancing membership? I have a membership with Steezy. Big fan. It's like dance classes, but you do them in the comfort of your own home and nobody can see how crap you are shaking your ass. Are you reading? Are you doing mixology? Dabbling in your aviation nerd side? Another thing that I wish I knew before starting my business is you must study. You've got to study. If a client works with you for a few months this year and they work with you for a few months this time next year, they should be blown away by how much better you are, by how much more skilled you are, by how much stronger your ability to communicate is. The best thing about studying is the feeling of progress it gives you, because you feel the progress. You know you've got more knowledge than you did like half an hour ago before you studied this piece of information. And sometimes if you're in a period of stagnancy in your business, you need to cultivate that feeling of progress from somewhere. Do it with studying. The next thing I wish I knew is perfection. Don't wait to launch that offer. Don't wait to start the YouTube channel. Don't wait to post that piece of content because you know that if you got a little bit better at the editing, then you'd probably be able to do a better version of it in 3 months. Honey, you're more than good enough to take action this week, today even. The next thing I knew is the magic of possibility. And this is a really fun game that was introduced to me by my previous mentor. And it's really just playing with the magic of possibility of like, today could be the day that I get my first long-term one-to-one client. Today could be the day that somebody pays me in full for the next year of coaching. And it's like a 15K pay in full. Today could be the day that I go viral and I never go a day without getting like 100 subscribers minimum a day for the rest of my career on social media. I want you to journal on this in the morning. Like, today could be the day that what are the amazing things that could happen today, and just play in that, because it actually could be. Another thing I wish I knew about is the priority game. Thing is, when you have your own coaching business, there are going to be a lot of things to do. There's going to be a lot of tasks. There's never going to be a moment when all the work is done. There's always going to be more that you can do. What's magical is having the skill to decipher what gets your time and energy now and what can wait. Knowing what to do and what order to do it in is one of the most powerful skills that you can have as a business owner. And it is really going to move you forward. Now, specifically the priority game, this is something that I have inside my productivity membership. Essentially, you list out your to-dos and you put them against each other. So it's like, what's it called? I can't think of the word right now. Maybe someone can help me think of the word. It's like a tournament, basically. You put like task A plus task B, which one is more important? That goes to the next round. And then task C and task D, which is more important? That goes to the next round. On the next round, you're like, well, which one of these two is more important of the winners? And you'll see what rises to the top as the most important thing that you need to focus on. That's the priority game. And it's so much fun. I literally do it every day, purely for the fact that it's just really fun. And it's helpful. Lastly, work smart to make your life 10 times easier. Like I said, there's always going to be loads of shit to do. And if you want specific examples of how to work smarter in your coaching business, you're going to want to watch this video on the screen where I tell you about 5 work smart hacks that save me at least 20 hours a week. And that is not an exaggeration. Look at you making it to this stage of the video. Thanks so much for being here. I will see you in the next one. And also make sure you're subscribed, obviously. Bye.